What's going on, YouTube? Freddie 401 back with another video. And before I get started with my top 10 summer fragrances, I'm gonna throw up a disclaimer. You guys may see some fragrances missing from this list. It's either one of two reasons. One, I don't own it, so I can't put it on my top 10 list, and two, I have another couple of fragrance top whatever number list, and I'm not one of those that like to repeat my fragrances on on each list. Yeah, one or two might sneak on from a previous list, but for the most part I try to keep each list synchronized within itself and not flip-flop. If it's making my warm weather list, I try not to make it as versatile, vice versa, whatever. That's just how I like it. I don't like having many fragrances on each of my list. It's just doesn't make sense to me. Narrow down the number, there you go. But anyway, let's just get started. Today is top 10 summer fragrances. At number 10 we have Mancera's Wild Fruits. Now this is a zesty, sparkling, fruit flavored, scented fragrance. Carry a decant with it, but it is beautiful. It lasts a pretty long time for what it is. Maybe I get about 6 hours, but half of that is actual performance, and the rest of it's skin scent. And at number 9 I have Armoire Sealman. Now this one actually lasts a pretty long time. It's a floral citrus fragrance it's very aromatic with some spices, a little creamy. It's a very nice fragrance. Another one, that's one that I actually didn't care for, that Mr. Zayas 81 kept talking about it, and I said, let me give it a third try. It grew on me, so it made my top 10 list. And now another one that I at first sniff, I actually even told the people at the boutique that you guys messed up with this one, I guess, since I was into citrus fragrances. But it actually grew on me, and I think it's perfect for hot summer days. It's Atelier Cedrat Innovant. It's a beautiful fragrance. I got the small 30 ml in this little leather pouch. It's beautiful. It's a zesty citrus with a nice refreshing mint, just a touch of mint, but basically it's citrus, most of it. Again, it refreshes and lightens the day when it's really, really hot. Again, I carry that little bottle with me when I do wear it, because the performance is not the best, but it does last a pretty decent time for being a citrus fragrance. And at number 7 we have Cree's Jardin d'Amalfi. Now some people have this at number 1, some people say it doesn't last. Now it gives me an okay performance, maybe actually gives me maybe 5 hours. 2 of that is okay, the rest is pretty much a skin scent. What do I get out of it? It's a unisex, clean, sweet floral fragrance. It's amazing scent though. You can't knock that. It's just one of the most beautiful scents that you can wear in the summertime. But I'll tell you now, it won't last in any other weather. At number 6 I have Sergio Casamarati's Mephisto, one of my gems here. I love this. It actually resembles Silver Mountain Water by Creed and another Sergio Allegro. I've heard some other ones that I've never tested, so I'm just not gonna mention those, but it's in the same vein as those. Just has a little bit of a different twist. To me, I prefer this one over those. Now at what number are we up to? At number 5 we have Atelier's Vetiver Fatale. Now this is a beauty. Reminds me a lot of Byredo's Bal d'Afrique and Hermes's Vetiver Tonka. They're all good. They all have slight differences. Bal d'Afrique is the creamiest one. may be the best scent if you go by scent alone, but the difference is very minimal. And if you go dollar for dollar, pound for pound, I think that Vetera Fatale wins. I get better performance out of Vetera Fatale. And again, the scent is not that different. Most people will be able to tell, even on your arms, if you're doing a side-by-side testing. Us frag heads can tell slight differences because we're, if you want to call it, more trained or whatever you want to, however you want to fish it out. But dollar for dollar, pound for pound, by far, 200 mils for about $200 after taxes is the way to go. Like I said, I get better performance out of that. At number 4, I have MFK's Aqua Universales. Not the Forte. The Forte kind of makes me a little nauseous. Not sure why. I do like the scent Forte, but this one just doesn't get me nauseous. And they're similar enough where I actually prefer this one. Again, it doesn't make me nauseous, and it's not as thick for the summertime. It's a nice, clean, floral, aromatic, beautiful fragrance. I recommend it for you guys to try out. And at number 3, top 3. Now I have one of the best citrus-based fragrances ever made. I have Lupe's. It could be Lupe's favorite fragrance. He raves about it so much. That's Zhuzhov's Neo. Now, this performs pretty good for citrus fragrance. It's not just citrus, but it is mainly that. I would definitely recommend getting your nose on this, but at the price range, I understand why most, if not most of you, have not tried it yet. But it is, if you can, sniff it out. It's also hard to find here in the States, but for sniff at least. Like I said, one of the best citrus-based fragrances out there. And at number 2, I have one of my favorites, and also and it is my favorite from the house, and it's from Perfume Aroma. It's Batito de Ali. Now, this is orange blossom, vanilla, myrrh. Definitely a mature take on a sweet fragrance, on a sweet citrus fragrance. I highly recommend this for any occasion in the summertime. It's unisex. I have nothing but high praise for this one, and the only reason it got beat out by my number 1 is just simply because the number 1 fragrance, I've actually gotten more compliments. It may not last as long as Batito, but when it's on, it definitely attracts more attention for some reason. I've reviewed this one. Most of you, by process of elimination, might already know, and it's Le Labo's Bergamot 22. Now, this has jumped to the top faster than any other fragrance that I've come across, and it's my number 1 compliment getter for the summer. Again, it's a beautiful bergamot fragrance that I can see anybody using as a signature scent. It's unisex, even though I think it's, in my opinion, it leans more towards the masculine, but it is unisex. And that's my top 10 summer fragrances. Thank you for stopping by, and please take a second to comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace. Stay blessed.